Hey YouTube, it's T Haven. I'm coming back to you guys again. I actually did a 24-minute long video and had no sound to it for some strange reason. I'm not sure why, what happened. But anyway, I actually was talking about a baby cousin that actually passed away from her twin's father. And he actually killed her. We didn't find out until kind of like years later what actually went down, but her twins saw it all, and they eventually told the daycare. The neighbor had been taking care of the twins the whole time after my cousin passed away. They just found her laid flat on the ground at the bottom of the steps in her apartment complex. He pretended and acted like she just fell, but that was not the case at all. The twins one day went to school, told the daycare, we know what happened to our mama. Our daddy killed her. He kicked her and pushed her down the stairs, and she died. When she landed, she died, but she actually had to have known something, because whatever, I don't know if he had a gun, I don't know what he did to scare her, but she took off running. It was enough to scare her. And they say he kind of had like a problem, mental problem anyway, because she was getting a check for her twins due to him. He got a check, so the twins was getting a check. Now, there's nothing wrong with the twins. I actually had twins. Both of my grandmothers had a set of twins. My maternal grandmother had a boy and girl twin. My paternal grandmother, my dad's mom, had two boy twins. Okay, so twins is heavy in my family. Once I had a set of twins, all of my cousins thereafter followed me. It was a domino effect, and everybody had twins. And I have one cousin that lives in LA. He has two sets of twins. It's my mom's oldest sister that lives in LA. Okay, so anyway, the twins end up telling the daycare. The police got together and said, hey, don't say nothing. We're going to have to set this up. The neighbor knew what was going down. She knew she was going to be taking care of these twins, because she had already been taking care of them. So anyway, they waited one day. They waited at the daycare and waited for him to drop the twins off. And they put him in handcuffs and they took him home. So the twins was pretty much raised not by a relative, not by anybody that was blood. But I guess, I don't know if her and my cousin had made a vow that if something ever happened to her, she would get them. And she raised them, and she did a good job. But nevertheless, my twin cousins was actually going to a school that my auntie worked at as an assistant principal, okay? And she didn't know the whole time that these twins was going to her school. So one day, I guess they kind of got to saying their last name, and somebody knew our family, and they was like, wait a minute, anybody with this last name, we know what's up. I think my cousin carried her grandfather's last name, which was my grandmother's maiden name, right? My grandmother and her grandfather were brothers and sisters. So anyway, she carried this name. Next thing you know, they brought him to the classroom. My auntie smiling, she like to fell out, okay? And I'm actually back. It's T Haven. I'm going to release this video on tomorrow, March 15th, 2025. I'm recording it March 14th, 2025. I'm just kind of getting my videos in advance, since they're all pre-recorded anyway. I might as well go ahead and just premiere them like in advance for the next day, right? Just kind of gearing up and getting myself prepared. I'm comfortable now enough to kind of get them prepped, get them ready, and get the videos pushed out, right? I wanted to share that story about my cousin simply because there are so many young women that are dying at the hands of their baby dads, their boyfriends, their husbands, and it seemed like it just ran rampant after my generation. So all of the kids born in late 80s or 90s, these are the children, the young ladies that we're losing at the hands of domestic violence. I'm not saying, when I told you the story of my cousin, she was in the streets, okay? She was heavily in the streets. How she got involved with this guy, I don't know. But I know that we all grew up in the South End. We all grew up in the hood, okay? We kind of moved away and moved to a different hood, which was the West End. But she stayed in the South End. Her grandfather was very well known in the area that he raised her. Her brother was in prison. Her mom died when she was young. Okay, so all she had was a grandfather and a grandmother. And imagine them at the age that he was. You know, he was old even when I was young. So by the time she got up in her 20s, you know, he like 70s, you know what I'm saying? Like he's like really, really up in age. But he left her. He left her and moved to DC with a younger lady. A younger lady got her hands on my uncle, my great uncle, and he had money. And she was like, oh yeah, you come on to DC with me. So he left and moved to DC. Before my grandmother died, she was asking for her baby brother. Like, where's my baby brother? Where is I ain't seen my baby brother. She was literally crying out for him. And she could not find him. And she had kind of took care of him because my great-grandmother, her mom died when she was young. So my grandmother kind of became mother to her siblings, according to what my mom said. So she was like a mother figure. So yeah, she had to care for these people. So it was like, where's my baby brother? But anyway, he had moved to DC and met this young lady, and you know, she wanted their money. She was like, yeah. So anyway, my cousin was just pretty much left on her own. We did not have contact with her. We ran into her a couple of times. Me and my sister just kept running into her sporadically. We were just all happy to see each other every now and then. Every few years, we would just run into each other. Hey, cuz, like we hugged. It was like, oh my God, we can see you in forever. You done got big, you got grown. You know, we both had a set of twins. It's like, oh wow, like this really do run in the family for real. Like, yeah, it really does. So, you know, as time went on, you know, she hooked up with this guy. By the time my mom gave me the message, they was like, they found your cousin, you know, dead. They found her laid flat on her face, you know, at the bottom of the steps at her apartment complex, you know. My twin cousins wanted to meet my twins. We had got word that they was asking about their family. They want to know, where's my family? You know we got a big family. Where they at? You know, so by the time they get a chance to meet my auntie, you know, she breaking it down. She giving them the whole shebang. You know, yes, it's a huge family, you know. Not just the last name that they carry, but there's another big name. You know, we got cousins in Chicago. We know some of them, but we've not met all of them. They came down at my grandfather's funeral and just showed up, called my mama's name, and my mama was like, who is these people? You know, they're like, they knew my mama. You know, so like they've gotten in contact with my kids throughout the years. You know, my son going to school in Atlanta, Morehouse, they found out about it. It kind of hit the news in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, it just was a big thing. So, you know, we kind of like, we're like touch and go with our family. You know how families are. You know, you might hear from them, you might not hear from them, you might see them, you might not see them, you know, but it's all good once everybody come back together. It's like one big family, happy family reunion or what have you. So anyway, as time goes on, you know, they're big, you know. So my auntie is not only an assistant principal at the school, but she also has another job. And they needed a job. So she was like, I got y'all good. And she was a supervisor at that job. You know, my auntie, she's the baby girl out of all these kids. She's a hard worker. She's always been a hard worker, okay? This just in her. It's in our genes. All of my kids, they work, you know, like, ain't nobody without no job. We don't do that. We don't play them games. We get it. And we know how to get it. And we know how to present ourselves to get it, right? So we set up like that. You know, that's kind of how my father raised me, raised my sister, started working at the age of 14 years old. By the way, to kind of pull away from the subject in regards to my baby cousin, I lost her. He took her from us. we didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her. I didn't even get a chance to go to the funeral because I had so much going on in my life at that time. But I was so heartbroken to hear that this man had took my baby cousin, because we always ran into each other in the streets. You know, she had her homeboys, I had my homeboys. We would always run into each other, like at a house party or something, you know, but it was always, oh my God, this is the baby girl that we babysitted, me and my sister. But anyway, rest in peace, cuz, you know, I just wanted to share this story just because, you know, females get caught up with the wrong guys, you know, and I just want females to open their eyes and be aware of who you messing with. Don't think that a man won't when he say he gonna do something, don't think he won't see to his promise, you know. Like most men, when they say they gonna do something, you know, they gotta prove a point now. Especially if they think you playing with their feelings, playing with their emotions. So by all means, don't play with a guy's emotions. Do not play with a man's feelings, because you don't never know when he's gonna click. I'm not saying that's what she did. I'm not saying that was her situation. I'm just simply saying, you know, there just seems to be a lot of that going on. I can't figure out what's happening, why. But I just would like for, you know, the generation, my generation, we just need to start opening our mouths, talking. You know, if we could save some girls from losing their life and they got kids, you know, hey, by all means, let's do it. You know, let's open up our mouth and start telling, you know, the things that we know, the wisdom and how to move and how to stay away from trouble. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to welcome trouble. You can walk away from trouble, and you ain't no wimp if you walk away. You saving your life. You understand that? You saving your life and your kids not having a mother. Like, I can't even imagine to say that. Your kids not having their mom. They looking for their mom, and they can't hug you. They can't say, Mama, I love you no more. They can't grab you. They can't hold you, because you gone. It could be off of one little small mistake. Saying the wrong words, looking the wrong way. You know, this generation kind of sensitive to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they wrong for being sensitive. I'm just saying it's a real touchy-feely type of situation going on with this new generation that we've raised, these boys that we've raised, you know, these young men. Anyway, back to working. Me and my sister started working at the age of 14 years old. Okay, I'm not going to give my age, but I have poured a lot of Social Security into the system, okay? And I don't need this administration messing with our Social Security, because I pulled my Social Security statement. I told my son, go ahead and print off your statement just in case if something go down, they shut down the system. You won't be able to get in. You're not going to be able to argue with these people and say, here, look, this is when I started working. This is the year I started working, and this is when they started taking taxes out of my check and Social Security, okay? I've told my kids, go ahead and print your stuff off. Don't play with these people. Don't play with them, okay? So, I just wanted to say, please, you know, like, if we can fight to save Social Security, you know, please, you know, don't mess with that, because we have worked so hard. You know, we've worked so hard. Our parents worked hard. They've gotten a chance to reap off of, you know, Social Security. You know, don't take that from us, because, you know, we knew the benefits of pouring in at a young age. We knew getting started early. We knew what that meant. So, anyway, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. Thank you so much. If you got to the end of this video, like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Please put a heart in the comments to let me know that you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for welcoming me to the YouTube space. I thank you so much. I look forward to so many more videos. I hope my videos is helping people along the way. I hope, you know, that I'm a blessing to somebody. Watch my videos. Play them over and over and over. I don't care. Just play them over and over. Let them sink in. Go back and listen to it. If you can grab some nuggets out of it, grab some nuggets out of them. You know, I'm going to keep bringing it. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep bringing videos forward. And nevertheless, thank you guys so much again. So many blessings to you. I speak blessings over your life. And thank you so much again. Y'all have a great and awesome night. And I will see you on tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.